Greetings and salutations, people of the internet. This is Master RBG, and today we have a shiny new arcade block. Let's not waste any more time, let's get right into it. Oh, okay. Got a couple of boxes in here, and I'm not quite sure what's up with this shirt. Some sort of eye thing. No, we don't normally start with the shirt, but let's start with the shirt. Yeah. Okay, so it took me a minute to recognize it. But this is the Eye of Truth from The Legend of Zelda, also known as that crazy design rocked by Sheik, and sometimes by Impa, depending on which iteration we're talking about. It's a pretty nice design, very simple, but nice. I think this makes, what, the third arcade block Zelda shirt I've gotten so far? 4 if we're counting just shirt punch shirts in general. So, very nice. I'll definitely be wearing this one soon. Okay, let's see what we got next. Ooh, okay, we have a Five Nights at Freddy's vinyl figure. It's one of those mystery minis by Funko. Neat. Alright, I have a little bit of Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise here at the house. Let's see what we can get. Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, Foxy, Toy Bonnie, the Cupcake, really? Golden Freddy, Toy Freddy, Puppet, Springtrap, Toy Chica, Crying Child, the Endoskeleton, and BB. Yeah. Well, lots of good options here. I'd be happy with just about anybody, except for you, Balloon Boy. You know what you did! You know what you did. Anywho, turns out, we got Endoskeleton Freddy. Or who is more than likely just the endoskeleton for Golden Freddy. Everyone's favorite limp noodle. / nightmare fuel. Depending on your point of view. But very nice. It'll be a welcome addition to my collection. Let's see. Next up, we have a Tetris heat-changing mug. Very cool. Neat. Okay. Well, it's very sturdy packaging. I'll give them credit for that. They actually meant for this to get here in one piece. Let's see if it did, shall we? Let's do it. Okay, yes, it did indeed come in one piece. Very nice. And it's actually a pretty nice mug. See, it's officially licensed and everything. Now, the cool part about this mug is that if it has something hot in it, more Tetraminos will actually show up on the mug. That's pretty sweet. Let's see, next up, we have... Ooh, okay. Classic controller for PC and Mac. Plug and play, USB enabled, 6-foot cable, and heavy duty cable. Very nice. All good things to hear. Clearly this is based on a Super NES controller. Even though I didn't have a Super NES back in the day, I can still recognize it for what it is. Let's see, always dreamt of using your Super NES controller with your favorite PC game? Now you can. My goodness, this was meant for an awfully international market. Look. German, French, good grief. Alright. Well, time's a wasting, let's get right to it. Okay, and here we have the controller proper. Very nice. Buttons seem relatively sturdy. Responsive, okay. Plastic's pretty tough. Maybe not original Game Boy tough, but still pretty tough. Feels like pretty good quality cable here. Nice. Tell you what, I will do a proper review of this controller after I finish the unboxing. Sound fair? Okay, cool. Alright, next up we have a random Kinect figure that happens to be Nintendo themed. Okay, that's different. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. Neat. I don't know why, I'm kinda hoping I get Luigi. I just like Luigi. Also, is it weird all of my Connect stuff has all come from Arcade Block? Alright. Didn't get Luigi, but I got Bowser. And he seems pretty detailed. Not bad. A little bulky, but nice. A fitting figure for the king of the Koopas. Well done, people over at Connect. Well done. Nice. Okay, first up, we have our Arcade Block product of the month, which this month is the USB Game Controller Super NES Edition. Now, it already mentions the fact that it works on PC and Mac, but according to the card here, it says that it also works with some home consoles depending on the game. That's interesting. I may have to put that to the test later. I'll get back to you on that. Okay, and now I have the list of all the items from this month's Arcade Block. The funny thing is that very few of the items in this box were exclusive. In fact, it looks like the only thing that was the Eye of Truth t-shirt. Which is surprising, but alright. Given how not exclusive the items were this month, I actually enjoyed the box quite a bit. Of course I missed the point where, yeah, there was a $10 Shirt Punch credit inside the box as well. I forgot to show that to you guys this time, but trust me, it was in there. Overall, this was a pretty good month, I think. How about you guys? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Okay, and we also have an advertisement for Shirt Block, the new subscription block from the people of Nerd Block. You get 5 exclusive t-shirts every month for $29.99, which is actually a really good deal given the fact that these shirts aren't going to show up on shirtpunch.com proper or on any of the blocks made by a Nerd Block. They'll be exclusive just to this box. And also, even if you could find them on Shirt Punch, they cost like $19-20 a piece anyway. So that really is $100 worth of shirts for $30. Not bad. And according to this, you can change the shirt size every month. And they also come with a $10 credit for Shirt Punch in every box, just like Arcade Block and Nerd Block do. Neat. Also, all the block shirts are a mystery until you actually get it, so that's pretty sweet. Neat. Well, that's enough dwelling on the present. Let's take a glimpse into the future. Next month, Arcade Block will include an exclusive item, well, specifically exclusive licensed gear from the Sega Genesis. Well, it's a little late, but hey, better late than never, am I right? Haha. Along with a deadly item from Assassin's Creed. Neat. Okay. And it also claims that there are going to be 3 exclusive items this month. Well, next month, you know what I mean. Alright. Well, that sounds pretty interesting. A little more secretive than they usually are, because they only revealed 2 items. Usually they reveal at least 3. Why so secretive, Arcade Block? Well, I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Anywho, that wraps it up for this Arcade Block, and now it's time for the quick mini review of that PC and Mac controller. Onwards to reviewing! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now for my quickie review of the USB game controller. As it turns out, it's actually a pretty solid little controller. Handled quite well. My only problem was I don't have a whole lot of games that support controllers on Steam, so I didn't have much of a gamut to run it through. Yeah, I know. I'm probably one of the few people anyone knows that has like a dozen or fewer games on Steam. I'm still new to this. I told you when I did the Stanley Parable review I haven't had a PC for long. What? Anywho. Overall, it's a pretty good one. the start button isn't quite as responsive as it maybe ought to be, and the directional buttons feel just a little bit loose. But then again, I'm not used to using a Super NES controller, I'm more used to a Genesis controller, so that might just be a little culture shock there. But overall, it's pretty good. I like it. Anywho, that does it for this mini review, and that does it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this, please, by all means, throw a like my way. And if you'd like to see more of my crazy nonsense in the future, say more unboxing videos, review videos, and what have you, then why not hit that subscribe button? Anywho, that does it for me this week, guys. This is Master RBG, signing off.